growing necessity for AI. Okay. So the second point is growing necessity for AI tools. With the increasing complexity of data and demand for quick, accurate results, traditional methods are no longer sufficient, because if we take a data set and if we take a problem statement, we get into Google Scholar and we look for some papers. You'll think that okay, I have a very good idea, I have a very novel idea, I have a very good data set. Let me get into the research. But yeah, shoot, like if you go into Google Scholar and look, there'll be like millions of papers on the same topic or same thing or same data or whatsoever. So like it's literally screwed up. So we need AI's help to leverage the thing we have in hand and make our work to stand out. So yeah. Uh, Finally, the broad application of AI tools today, like researchers are using them in everything from literature reviews to data analysis, writing assistance, and even visualization. So, which we are going to see today. These tools will help you streamline each stage of research process. So it basically allows us to focus on higher level critical thinking task, and let's leave the automation and small parts to the AI tools. So yeah. And what are the benefits of using AI tools in research? So number one is efficiency. So it's going to speed up time tremendously by the process that would otherwise take days or even weeks. It's going to speed up things like this. And well, so it basically saves our time. So that's what we are talking about. And then the accuracy. So the accuracy also increases. So yeah, human makes errors, but machine doesn't. But yes, again, we have to talk about this later in our meet. So ChatGPT also does mistakes. So the accuracy part is like still 50-50. So humans make mistakes as well as AI tools make mistakes. So we need to make sure that we don't make any mistakes from our side, and the answer that any AI tool gives, we have to cross verify it like 2 or 3 times, so that we just don't get into any unwanted trouble. And obviously, yeah, automation, we have spoken, like it automates and reduces our time. It maps again to efficiency. And then innovation, we spoke about this. There are like n number of papers if you have a research problem, and if you have a data set. So we have to stand out from all the others, so we can leverage AI tools for innovation as well. Okay, so everybody might have been hearing about all these three terms: AI, Gen AI, and AGI. So we'll just have a quick introduction of what these three terms are. So, like to understand where AI tools in research are heading, we are just going to look at the evolution of AI over time, from past, present, and then the future. So the we primarily dealt with narrow AI. These were AI systems designed to perform a specific task. So it's not highly specialized areas like data analysis, language translations, or such. Basically, their capability was very limited, and it's mapped to a very particular task, and it's too monotonous. Basically, designing these systems were too easy, and many didn't have a hand in it, like Netflix, Siri, Alexa, and everything. We can state it as narrow AI, and not everybody might have used it. So now we are living in the generative age, Gen AI era. So like this is a very big significant leap towards generative AI, because like ChatGPT and others have, they're in everybody's hand, and we can understand and like do everything what we want. like uh, ChatGPT can understand and generate human like text, images, and even assist with problem solving. So today's Gen AI systems, we can write literature reviews, help with research summaries, and even draft sections of research papers which we are going to do today. So like it greatly enhances the capabilities of researchers. So that's why I think it's very important, and the tools are more adaptable and can be used in wide range of context, from creating data visualization. You can actually create data using ChatGPT, and we can interpret complex qualitative data as well. So like 4 or 5 days back, I was just building a project for Intel, and I actually didn't get a good data set for it. So I just went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to create data, and it gave me data set as a JSON file. Like I just copy pasted it. I created a data set for myself. So that's how it works now. And the future, we anticipate the development of artificial general intelligence, AGI. Like while we are not there yet, but still AGI represent a form of AI that could perform any intellectual task a human can do. Uh, Maybe it's like uh, ha- I hope you guys have watched Endir and Rajinikanth's movie. So it'll be just like a chitty robo, like doing whatever task a human can do if you give it a life form, as Rajini did. So AJ could potentially revolutionize research, like yeah, not just by assisting you. So I'll make it simple. So if AGA is there in the future, we don't even need any researchers. So like you just tell the machine like I want this generate a paper. It'll give you a paper within 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It'll do everything by itself, like the visualization, everything it does by itself, and you can have the paper. So it's actually dangerous, but yeah, let's see if it comes in the future. Okay, so before getting into chat gpt, so most of the things we do today is with chat gpt. So even though we use quillbot, even though we use overly for any other AI tools for research, so we will use it along with chat gpt. So like I'll concentrate more on chat gpt and give you guys a very good introduction about chat gpt as well. So the so like let's get introduced about what a GPT is. So let's take a moment to understand the concept of GPTs. So GPTs are just it abbreviates to generative pre-trained transformers. So which is like have the most some of the most influential AI models in recent year. So one such model is ChatGPT. So it's a GPT model. So so it's a specific application of GPT technology, like that's designed to respond to prompts and engage in conversation that feel natural as such you are speaking with a human being. So it's trained on vast amount of text data, like huge data, so allowing it to provide coherent human-like responses. And they have stopped the training ChatGPT in 2001, I suppose, 2001 or 2002, I suppose. So again, like just remember this point. I'll come back to this later in the session. So ChatGPT is now widely used in research for various tasks. And about OpenAI, like it's the organization behind all the GPT models. So these you basically you can't create a GPT model in your laptop or your system. So it needs a huge amount of super servers, I would say, super servers, super computers, uh, and a super lab with all these technologies. So basically, this company OpenAI has it, and it builds all the GPT models which we use. So some models are open source in website like Hugging Face. You can go look at Hugging Face. You can find many GPT models in Hugging Face which you can use. Um, so yeah, OpenAI is the company which owns which creates all the GPT models, and generative AI is the umbrella term that refers to algorithms capable of generating various form of content, like including text, audio, speech. So the name itself suggests like it generates various forms of mm, conversation, like speech, it writes, it gives audio, it gives text, it gives images. So it generates content. So that's generative AI, and it's the umbrella term. And large language models, it refers to a specific type of algorithm used to predict and create text. So LLMs like GPT are trained on vast amount of data. So like, it's a specific algorithm again. So these are some definitions of GPTs. And just look at this distinction. So ChatGPT is a particular tool, but it's not the only one. So we have Bard, we have Cortana, we have many such many things like just like ChatGPT. And LLMs are not sentient thinking technologies. They can't think. So they do what they give you whatever you ask for. So you should be very mindful when you are asking for something. And AI tools are not search engines. You don't search anything. You give prompts. You think, you give prompts, and it gives you some answer, which it already has. It doesn't take things from Google or just gives you. It's not basically a Google search engine. It refines the answer and it gives you like in the format, whatever format you want. So on ChatGPT, yes, it will be wrong. It can be wrong, and it is very frequent. So in the previous slide, I have told you people like these OpenAI guys, they have stopped training ChatGPT in 2001 or 2002. So it basically this means ChatGPT doesn't have the new data or the updated data. So it can be wrong in the most frequently. So we have to be very mindful. And yeah. So these are some of the ChatGPT like models which is in use now. So we have ChatGPT, which is produced by OpenAI. We have Bing, produced by Microsoft. We have Blenderbot, that's produced by Meta. Meta is another parent company of Facebook, and we have Google Bard. So like, how many of you have used all these four? Like, is there somebody who have used all these four? Only ChatGPT. Okay. So you can generate images in Bing, and Google Bard. It gives you two of it, only ChatGPT and Bing. Okay, cool. So each has its own advantages and disadvantages. We'll just look into it when when we dive into the live demo session. Okay. So how to use and what is Gen AI tools for general versus academic. So general AI side, we have tools like chatbots that are designed for general question answering, and are great for providing quick response or summarizing a text. So like, for example, if you are looking for a basic explanation of a concept or a brief summary of an article, a chatbot like ChatGPT can help you generate the content quickly, like but the response that it gives are in simple terms. It's not scholarly. Basically, you can't use it in your research, so it's very dumb. So if you use it in your research and if you submit it to a journal, they'll just reject your article saying poor language. So that's what I mean. So if you use ChatGPT for general purpose, the content produced it's not scholarly and it's not accurate, and it depends, like it varies upon the prompt you given. But however, like the result may always be academically rigorous. So comes with from a mix of general websites, blogs, and news sources. So we come to academic tools, like these are specifically designed to enhance scholarly work. So for instance, an academic tool, AI tool can suggest scholarly content, like help helping you locate peer-reviewed papers, journal articles, credible sources, and gives you the structure of paper, which the general AI tool can't. So some AI-powered database and literature review tools are optimized for providing reliable academic references. So like there'll be a question for you now. So do I search for academic Gen AI tools, academic ChatGPT? No, it's the way how you use it. So it's the way how you give prompts. So like what I'm trying to say is when we use these tools, we should not use it as a 10th grader or a 5th grader. So if you use it as a 5th grader, it gives answer for a 5th grade kid. So we should use all these tools as a researcher. So if we use it as a researcher, ChatGPT will give the answers for a researcher. ChatGPT will consider itself as a researcher. So these are basically based on the prompts which we give. Next, so let's dive into the tools for finding problem statements. So like how do you basically find a problem statement? Like, or do you have your guide, or he or she suggests it, or how does it work? We- Probably you can unmute and speak if that's possible. Or how do you people define a problem statement? Own interest, okay? Anybody else? Like how do you define a problem statement or find a problem? Post the literature review, we through previous literature after identifying a research gap, survey according to my interest field. Okay. Okay, cool. So okay. So yes, so these are the conventional way which we use, and yeah, that's the proper way to find a problem statement. But like we will have something in our mind before uh, even deciding what to do. We will have something in our mind, so we will basically use that, and we will find literatures. We will identify research gaps, and then we will decide a problem statement. So like identifying a clear and compelling problem statement is a very crucial step in any research project. It sets the direction for the entire study, basically. So, we have conventional methods, but how do we decide on whether to go with it? So all these deciding a problem statement and everything is for a publication, right? So if we are using a very old problem statement, and if we are doing it, so to make it simple, I'll give you an example. So I have a problem statement called um, Introduction to Economics. So this is a problem statement. I find the research gaps, and I do everything. I get the data and I do my research. So like I submit it to a journal. So would they accept it? Right? So because it's very old. So how can I use ChatGPT to refine my problem statement? How can I use AI tools to see how much work they have done? So let me ask you, like somebody give me a problem statement. Like it need not to be a very specific problem statement. Just give me an area and let's try to generate problem statement using ChatGPT. So we'll be using two tools. Meanwhile, you can type down any of your interest area, only the area. Don't give me the complete problem statement. We will refine it using ChatGPT. So the first one is ChatGPT. So what we are going to do is we are going to give prompts, effective prompts to ChatGPT, and we are going to generate a research idea based on the recent field or recent advancements. And with the same ChatGPT, we will identify the research gap as well. So somebody can give me a problem statement. ChatGPT. So have somebody given me anything? AI in consumer behavior. Great. Thank you for including AI. Okay. Let me choose a very interesting problem statement. Okay. Women empowerment in India. Okay. So yeah, I'll stick with AI in consumer behavior just because I'm an AI guy. I think, yeah, cool. Okay. So so here is how I'm going to give prompts to ChatGPT now. Can you see, so is it visible? Okay. So here I've given consider yourself as a researcher. I am your guide. I've given this, but this dumb chat GPT, it says great as your guide. How can I assist you with your research today? So wait, I'll just view misunderstood. I am your guide and you. Okay, see, now as a researcher, I'll rely on your guidance. So what topic or area of research we are focusing on, and how would you like to guide me through the process? Now, I have changed the chat GPT to a researcher. So now whatever answers that ChatGPT provides from now on will be from a point of a researcher. So the prompts that it gives, the answer, the text, or whatever is going to be completely academic. So that's what I was speaking before. So now I'm going to paste this A in consumer behavior. It is updating its memory. So, okay. So research questions, methodology. So it had given me a clear structure of how we are going to um, take forward this study. So I'll just ask ChatGPT to refine my problem statement. So it had given me a problem statement which is very long. I'll ask it to give a paper title, maybe. Okay. So I have specific problem statements here. The impact of AI-driven personalization on consumer trust and loyalty in e-commerce, navigating the ethics of AI in consumer behavior, privacy, trust, and decision making, AI-powered predictive analysis, shaping the future of consumer behavior in retail. So I'll just paste all these in the chat box. Let me know which interests you, or which is not very old. Because if this is in my field, I would happily choose one, but I don't know which is old and which is not old and which is. Okay. So let me know which one to use. Pasted everything in the chat box. The role of artificial intelligence in shaping consumer experiences, opportunities, and challenges. Okay. Take this. Okay. So we will tell ChatGPT that I have decided for you to work on this specific problem statement. Give I will tell you what to do from now. See, so basically we are done deciding the problem statement. So I'll just summarize what I did here. So basically we have the point number one is we have something in our mind, but we don't know how to properly frame a very good problem statement out of it. And then we don't know whether it works or it doesn't work. Are there previous researchers available on this particular problem statement? And then like basically what sections to form and everything. So what I have done here with ChatGPT is I have asked ChatGPT to act as a researcher, and I have assigned my designation as a guide, so that all the prompts that ChatGPT gives from now on is academic. It's not general, because general thing you can't use it in your research. So this is academic. So I had something in my mind, and I had given ChatGPT the saying that, so you are going to work in this specific area, give me some problem statements, and it gave me a problem statement. And then I asked the chat gpt to give me separate specific problem statement or titles of research paper, so that we can start working on it. So it had given me several things, and we have selected the role of AI in shaping consumer experience, opportunities and challenges. So we are done with deciding our problem statement using ChatGPT. So we are to the next one. So we are done deciding our problem statement. Now it's we have a problem statement in hand. So next we should look at how uh, how this research is connected with the other researchers, or we have to analyze the literature. We should analyze like whether it is like it can we cite papers, can we do literature review properly, are there researchers available, can we identify the research gaps. So like for this we can get help from research rabbit. So how many of you have used the research rabbit before? Had anybody used the Research Rabbit before? Yes, cool. Okay. So Research Rabbit basically helps you to map all the research around. So let's see how we can leverage Research Rabbit. So here I'm going to create another new one. I'll put AI in. I'm adding a new collection. So I'm getting in here. So the research problem we have settled up with is, see, I'm just pasting the title of our research, the one which we decided, and let me see if there are any. So there is only one. So it's just like it's, oh, wait. Did we choose this or is it different? Oh, it's the same. Oh, okay. So we have the same, like some same paper which we um just which ChatGPT just gave us. So okay, let's go to ChatGPT again and ask it to integrate something else too, and then refine our problem statement. I'm just redoing the prompts. Sir, in 2 days, a paper can be written. You can write it in a day. 1 day is enough to write an okay paper. If you have a very good problem statement, we can speak in the last, like we can write a paper in 2 days. Yes. Or like we can do this thing also. So we'll give artificial intelligence, consumer experiences. We will take out opportunities and challenges. Yeah, we have many papers. So let's take 2024, 2023 papers. I'm adding it to collection 2023, 2023. 2023. Okay, so we have added some papers in our collection. So AI in economics, we have added 5 works, I guess. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So let's see the map of similar works. See here, we have all these works. So I can filter these into 3. So 2023, we have only how many papers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have 9 papers totally that's publicly available in 2023 based on this particular problem statement. And 2024, okay. So here, if we see this paper is connected to the paper in 2020, so this is connected with the 2020, 2020, 2008 and 2015 paper. This one is not connected. This one is connected with 3 papers. This one is not, not. Okay. So all these are 23. So what we will do is we will export all these papers as CSV. Okay. We have all these papers exported as a CSV file. We have the title, we have the abstract, we have the authors, and we have which year that's published. So we will save all these later for our literature review. Okay. So the next one in my slide is Kaggle. So how I think most of you know what Kaggle is, right? You guys know what Kaggle is? You can hit up the chat box. How many of you have used a Kaggle before? Many of you have used Kaggle before? Okay, one says no. Any other have used a Kaggle? No, no. Okay, cool. So this is a very interesting tool. Like uh, uh, this is the reason for all my papers because I choose all my papers from this site. So let me show you how I do this. So I've told you before, all the research that's related to data science, artificial intelligence, or machine learning is from a data, right? So here is where we find data. Okay. So we have something called data sets here. So I'm getting into data sets. So you can see n number of data sets here. So like, let me just go and hit up what economics it, and then there is a filter here called data sets. I hope you can see it. So I'm hitting data sets. So see, we have many data sets here. So like, there is a diffusion index data set. I don't know what it is. There is a consumer price index data set, clothes and accessories, sales and product details. So world economics demographic data, F GFAM, FANG, and Martna stock values. I don't know what it is. I'm very sorry. And then house price data set, Maryland economics data set. Oh, so Maryland is the place where I live. Okay. So we have Maryland economics data. So we have many data sets here. So what we do is basically we take a data set and we define a problem statement from it. So you can also, so if I take this and okay, let's say, see, there is a data set here. So see, these are the this is the CSV file which we have. Happiness index, happiness score, GDP per capita, social support, healthy life. Yeah, so this is our data. So what I'm gonna do is like, see, I'm just gonna copy all of this. Okay, I'm just gonna copy all of this. I'm going to ChatGPT. Okay, and see ChatGPT. Okay, so I'm going to ChatGPT. You see ChatGPT now. Okay, yeah. So I'll say I have a data set. Give me a problem. Or- So I'm going to give the data set to this. So I just told I have a data set. Give me a research paper title based on the data set I use. It should be a mix of machine learning and economic techniques. I have given the information about the data set to ChatGPT. Exploring the economics of happiness, a sharp based on an analysis of global happiness. So this is the problem statement that ChatGPT now gave me. So we have different methods to find out the, so again, so we copy this and paste it in research rabbit, and then we take like select, add a new create a new collection, and then we like what add many like 20 papers that are based on our selected problem statement within 2023 and 2024, and then we download it, and later we use it for our literature review. So yeah. Always starts from the first one. So we are done with finding our problem statements. We have two problem statements in our hand. So we use the Chat GPT, Research Rabbit, and then Kaggle to find out our problem statement. Like, do you have any questions or any inputs, or do you know any other methods to find out problem statements, or we can move to the next? Okay. I guess we have one more hour, or like just somebody keep me a tap on the time. Some organizers.
Yes, sir, you have 1 more hour.
One more hour. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yaksha sir, I have one doubt in my mind.
Yes, sir. Yes.
When we are doing all these things, whether it will come in the plagiarism or not, because I have
Sir,
uh,
yes. I have a separate tool to overcome plagiarism.
okay, okay. So there are
I'm
certain tools which are now detecting the even AI.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, sir.
okay.
Sir, so even though sir, I'll tell you, so
Hmm.
even though this is a very good question, and this question should come up actually. So previously it was just detecting plagiarism
Hmm.
with Turnitin.
Uh,
Now it had come detecting AI content using Turnitin.
yes, yes, yes.
So like you can't even escape. You can't escape anywhere.
Hmm.
So human mind, like we can't think like machines, sir. Basically, the content that ChatGPT gives is top notch. It's top quality,
Hmm.
and so it gives us new techniques to write, and the technical terms it uses are very fabulous, and it's very beautiful. That like if we use that in our research, the our research getting into Q1 and Q2 journals, the probability just becomes higher. So this is the simple reason why we use ChatGPT. So so like we have several methods to humanize the content which is generated with ChatGPT. And again, it's better to even refine it with our own content. We will look on how to overcome that later. Okay.
Okay, okay. So you will be
And
including in that in your lecture, sir.
yes, yes, I'll be speaking about that again.
Okay, sir.
So
Thank you.
yeah, how to humanize the language, I'll tell you. And then how useful is Kaggle for social science research. uh like you just hit social science in Kaggle. There will be, I guess so, there will be many data sets available there. So sir, to get rid of plagiarism, I had to rephrase the whole content I experienced. Yes, you have to rephrase the whole content, obviously. So dataset search is the next one is dataset search. So one good tool, like let's speak about the importance of dataset search. So like for machine learning, and yes, from your answers, in economics as well, dataset is the foundation for analysis. Like it's very important. Like without robust or relevant data, our findings may lack validity. Like there will be no validation done, and there is incomplete information. And yeah, so it's very important to find good data sets. So number one is Kaggle. So we just use the Kaggle to find out data set. So this is out of topic. Like I'm just plugging in to keep the flow in. So I'm not going to get into Kaggle or anything to do it again. You can just note down. So one is Kaggle. I have just showed you how to search data sets in Kaggle. So basically, like many are uploading data sets day to day. frequently in Kaggle. So all the updated new data sets are available in Kaggle. So even some Kaggle data sets have problem statements already. So like it makes your work very easier. You can just go check out Kaggle once after the session is done. And then next is Google dataset search. There is something called this. You can also go and look into Google dataset search. It has many dataset sets again, and they have this one has this filter out options where you can filter out and look at new or relevant data which you want. And then there is this data.gov in which you can find data sets as well. I'll give you some more websites name. So one is Kaggle. Next is typing in the chat box. Give me a minute. So I have given some four data source platforms which you can use. So you can use the same method as we used before to find out about like find the data set and frame your own problem statement. And we move on to yeah, we move on to effective querying in Google Scholar. Again, like this is again an out of topic, like I'm just plugging into keep the flow intact. So we have some key strategies for effectively querying in Google Scholar. Like we should use some quotation marks like to ensure the exact phrases appear. And see, searching for artificial intelligence in healthcare returns article with the exact phrase, filtering out irrelevant results. Many of you, yes, you know all this. Just I'm trying, just letting you know again. So the Boolean operations next. So machine learning and cancer detection. So if we you can look at like previously when we are using chat gpt, we had used a boolean operation like machine learning and economics. So it mixes two of the separate fields together, and it gives us an amalgam of machine learning and cancer detection. So we should you always try to use boolean operators. So machine learning and cancer detection gives us the amalgam of ML and cancer detection, and then or like basically expands your research and not so you use not to exclude unwanted terms. So for artificial intelligence and robotics, we do not need sustainable development. So so if we want, so here we have artificial intelligence, not robotics. If we want artificial intelligence and robotics and not sustainable development, we use artificial intelligence and robotics, not sustainable development. So use Boolean operators. It is going to help you out very nicely. And then AI-powered tools to enhance Google Scholar querying. Again, you must have used Scholarly and Research Rabbit. We have seen in our previous, like we have used the Research Rabbit previously. So we can use so instead of querying in Google Scholar, so we have these two AI powered tools to map similar research uh, with good visualizations. We have one more thing called connected papers. You can also check that out. I'll again go into the chat box. So connected papers is just like Research Rabbit. I advise you to use Research Rabbit and Connected Papers. It is very good. It saves a hell lot of time. Yes. It's in the chat box for you. So here comes the hero, like AI tools for literature review. It's very important for us to uh, find out what previous papers are available already, so that we can leverage our time. So yeah, 1 second. So here we are going to use here we go. So AI tools for literature review. We will first look at connected papers. So again, I think we need not to look at connected papers because I'll tell you, connected papers is just like Research Rabbit. So both have its has its own differences. You can just go and look at connected papers later. So what we have done is we have identified a problem statement and we have downloaded a CSV file. If you remember, like if possible, I'll just upload the CSV file here. Of file computer. Okay. So yes, this is the file. Cannot be sent because it's okay. You can try it side by side. I have posted the file here. Not presenting. So yeah, we have downloaded the Excel file from using Research Rabbit. So it's in the similar fashion with connected papers too. I have posted the Excel file in the chat now. So what we are going to do is here we are going to generate literature review using AI tools. So we are going to use uh, two things. One is stylus. So Stylus is an AI driven assistant, research writing assistant. So basically, what you do is like you select a paper from Google Scholar, Research Rabbit, or Connected Papers. You just download the paper and give Stylus the paper, and it basically does the literature review job. So this is its stylus and SCI space. So same. So it was known as typeset. Now it's SCI space. You can basically chat with the paper here. So you can ask whatever question you want from the paper. It gives you that. So I'm pasting these two. For literature review, it's stylus and SCI space. Okay. So let's dive into doing some hands-on. So I'm doing it for one paper. We have a paper titled this. I'm just copying this. I'm going to search stylus. So I'm using both stylus and typeset dot the SCI space, both. Have you used these two papers before? Like these two tools before? Then it's going to be very useful for you. So here there is an option called literature review in SCI space. I'm going to literature review here. Okay. So this. See here, like we have answers from top 5 papers. See, here we have papers exploring the just come down. Here we have some papers. Okay. Let's say. So what was our problem statement before? In uh, so our problem statement was role of artificial intelligence in shaping experience, opportunities, and challenges. So I'm going to SCI space again. I'm going to paste the keywords only. Consumer experience, artificial intelligence. That's it. And I'm using a Boolean. Let's add economics too. So this is the problem statement that we took. So we are going to search for some papers along with the literature review. So see for the uh for the problem statement we took, like just have a look carefully. So we have so this had given 10 papers here. See here. So yeah, it basically says this is a journal article integrating artificial intelligence and customer experience. So can we use this for our literature review, this paper for the particular problem statement that we took? Yes, right? So it gives me the insight of the paper too. The paper addresses how AI impacts customer experience, offering a framework for AI applications. Yes. So these are two columns. I can create a new column here. So here we have TLDR conclusions, summarized abstract, results, summarized introduction, methods used, literature survey. I can add methods used to. So for paper one, we have the insights of the paper, the literature survey of the paper, and then the methods used. So using this, I can create a literature review, so, right? Like, let's open Notepad. Somebody It's sir, this is open for all. This is not paid. Like I'm only using open like available for everybody softwares so that you need not to pay.
No, no, Akshay sir, actually Alok is asking
Okay.
whether this is available for the paid journals also. Is
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. So paid journals won't be available. So for that, what you have to do is you have to download the paper and upload it here.
okay, okay, okay.
You like, do you know how to download a paid journal paper like for free?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So I was here. Just copying this. I'm just pasting this here. I'm just copying the literature survey, and then I'm pasting it here. I'm copying these two. So these are the things which we took out from. So I'll add results also. Okay. So the paper. So we have our literature review for the first paper. So if you just copy paste this, it'll obviously be 100% plagiarized. So we will upcoming we will see how to overcome plagiarism. Okay. So one is SCI space. Okay. So stylus is also something very similar. It'll just talk to you. It's just like chat GPT, you paste and then it'll talk to you, like you can ask questions, you can query it, and you have an option to upload your document. So we had a previous question about open access and paid journals. So you just crack it open and then uh, upload it and then get the literature review done. So I have an option upload own. So I can drop files here. So to crack open, we have a few websites. So SCI Hub, have you used SCI Hub? Oh, yeah, so, sir, like for the previous question answered, you just copy the DOI number of uh, any paper which is paid and then paste it here and you open, you get the cracked paper. Like I can't use this here in the US because like everything is like free here. I can access everything for free. So they'll find we can't use it here. So you just try using it there back in India, like if you haven't. Okay. So yeah, so here it gave me an option to select my file and upload. Once you upload it, you can ask stylus, give me the literature survey for this paper, and it's going to give you. So that's it. So I'm skipping this because it's just the same as uh so yeah. So we are done doing the literature review. So we have identified problem statement. We have identified how to connect the papers, how to download the reference, like download the connected papers from Research Rabbit or connected papers. And we have seen how to, one second. I have 20 more minutes. So we have seen how to generate literature review. So we will now see AI tools for research writing. So I'll just dive into the demo now. So again, we have generated research ideas. So next we have a problem statement in our hand. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to create an outline for our paper, and then we are going to draft the content of the paper, and we are going to logically organize the paper. And for editing and proofreading, we can use ChatGPT. But here today we are not going to use ChatGPT for grammar and editing. We are going to use something different. And then creating summaries and abstract, yes, we are going to use ChatGPT, obviously. And to overcome AI content, we are going to use Quillbot today. So Quillbot is going to give us like a paraphrased version of the content we give, but still there will be a minimum amount of AI generated content even if you use Quillbot. So once after paraphrasing with Quillbot, I advise you to again rephrase it with your own language. Just change some buts and ors, just change some things. Just paraphrase one or two sentences in between a big paragraph, and you'll not get into any trouble with the plagiarism. So so once you are done, just upload the file and turn it in report. So you will get specific highlighted lines, right? You just paste that highlighted lines in Quillbot again, paraphrase, and then you give it to turn it in. Your plagiarism will be gone. Same as with your AI content. So once we are done with both these, we will look at AI tools for visualization. Um, I'll put in chat box about it's. So again, I'll explain AI tools for visualization too, and then we will get into the demo once for all. So one thing I'm going to use is Smart Draw. Yeah, good software for plagiarism. So good software to plagiarism is you want to check plagiarism or you want to overcome plagiarism. Which one for which you need a good software? Oh, overcome. So to check, Turnitin is the best. And then to overcome, you use Quillbot. Overcome is to use Quillbot, and I'll show you how to do it. Yes, overcome is to use Quillbot. Quillbot is the best software I've ever used to overcome plagiarism. So AI tools for visualization. So we have SmartDraw, you can create architectural diagrams very like if you're looking into something like you want a very rigorous, very in-depth uh, architectural diagram, go with SmartDraw. It's very professional, but it takes your time. It's not automated. It takes your time, but it gives you good diagrams. So next is we can use overleaf to create simple flow charts. We can automate and create. I can show you with the help of ChatGPT. We can automate and create flow charts. It's very easy. I'll show it to you. This saves your time if you are looking for something very simple. And Canva is in between these two. It's not, you can't automate basically, but you can still use Canva, and you can create intermediate, good to great uh, flowcharts, architectural diagrams using Canva. I use Canva most of the time. So what I'll do now is I'll get into ChatGPT. So okay, so this is the problem statement we took is this. So this is the problem statement we took. So I'm going to create an outline of the paper. So let's take this. So we first have it had given us an introduction. It had given literature review, then methodology, AI-driven personalization, impact on consumer trust, privacy, ethical and social implications, opportunities and challenges, case studies, conclusion. So so first thing is we can produce introduction. First, we can produce abstract using ChatGPT. So it had given me. Okay. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to Quillbot. So I have Quillbot Premium here. So like it's actually worth spending the money if you can, but still, so you can use Quillbot, normal Quillbot, but it won't allow you to paste more than I think 1,000 words, I guess. Sorry, 100 words, I guess. So yes, so I have different formats to choose. I can choose standard, see how it paraphrases. So the blue ones are the, yeah. So the blue ones are the words that are not being paraphrased, and the yellow ones are getting paraphrased. So this is a standard one. So I have fluency, I have natural. So I always use academic because it doesn't change any, what to say, the technical terms it gives as such. So for book chapters and stuff, they like editors ask us to give more. So your book chapter is not 5,000 words, it has to be 5,000 words, increase words. So you have to write 1,000 more words. So you can use this expand, just copy paste all the just copy paste all the paragraphs from your paper. So it was 112 words and it is 169 words now. It basically expand each sentences. So let's use academic. So how to write a paper now? I'm going to create a Google Doc. Create a new document. So keywords need not to be changed. Keywords you can paste as such. So next we can generate introduction. So like here it gives you the, so it gives you what to write basically. So I would advise you not to generate introduction using ChatGPT. You just take the key points, search for papers, and you can copy paste content from there to Quillbot, paraphrase and use it. So, or we can do this. So it's giving me some paragraphs. So it is giving me in points. So just give the introduction of paper in three paragraphs. It's going to give me the introduction. Sir, can I take some 5-10 minutes extra if that's okay? Uh, I have one more topic to cover and that's it. I'm done.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
One take.
thank you. So yes, we have our paper now. We have our introduction now. I'm just going to copy this and then I'm bot pasting this. It's please go ahead now. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we have our introduction with us. So easy. It just took us like what, 1 minute to write all these. I am an idiot. I I just want perfect templates and everything. Sorry, can't help it now. Okay, so here we have our introduction, but this is completely generated by ChatGPT. So number one is there still will be AI generated content if you put this in Turnitin. So to overcome this, like see, you have a content generated from ChatGPT, and we have uh used a Quillbot to paraphrase it on the first level. So the second level, what we are going to do is we are going to search for some papers in Google Scholar. Okay, we are in Google Scholar now. So let's understand what is the first paragraph. So by using sophisticated technology like machine learning, natural language processing, predictive analytics, AI has deeply transformed customer experience in several sectors. So we can understand clearly that the first paragraph is just about customer experiences, economics with artificial intelligence. So I'm going to hit Google Scholar and customer experience and economics and okay. So see here we have one paper. I'm just getting into it. Oh, it's some Russian website. Application of artificial intelligence on customer experience service quality of banking sector. Yes, this is good. So we have an introduction here. So this is something relevant to us. We are just copying this. We are going to paraphrase this particular line. Paraphrasing. I'm copying it again. I'm going to my Word doc, pasting it here. So did you understand what I just did? You understood what I just did? Yes. So first we are going to discontinue the, okay. Yeah. So first we are going to generate a content from ChatGPT, and we are going to rephrase it using Quillbot, and we are going to paste it. And then we are again, we are understanding the first sentence. So we just read this particular paragraph, and then we went to Google Scholar. We searched for relevant paper in this particular paragraph, with this particular paragraph, and then we got this. So by using sophisticated technology like machine learning, natural language processing, and predictive analysis, artificial intelligence has deeply transformed customer experience in several sectors. Customers are seeking improved service wherever they engage with the product and services. In essence, a better customer experience is the better specific requirement expressed by the customers. So see, the whole paragraph now makes sense. It had become together. So it's basically going to break the plagiarism. So that's what we are basically doing it here. So you continue doing the same. So you read this paragraph, and then go to ChatGPT, go to Google Scholar, open some paper, find a relevant paragraph, go to the Quillbot, paraphrase it, paste it here. You repeat the same for the whole paper. You can do it for the whole paper even if you want. On the top of all this, I would not advise you people to do it for the whole paper because yes, we ethically as academicians and as researchers, we have to put our own part inside. So what we can do is there is one more thing which we can do. So introduction is done like this, and then so we have the structure of paper. I'm just looking. So introduction is done. We have literature review. Okay, I'm just going to copy this. Yeah, so we are done with introduction. We have literature review now. So literature review for one paper, we have already generated the literature review, right? So I'm just going to paraphrase this. Then paste it in our. We do like this for some 10-15 papers and it's done. You get a very beautiful literature review section. So what I would advise is use what to say? Use tabular columns for literature review. I would show you one of my paper where I used the tabular column for literature review. So like it basically it increases the not a robot, I'm a human. So it basically increases the probability of your paper getting in. So this is a Q1 journal. So see here, I have uh, my literature survey is like this. So first so 5 papers I have written like paragraphs, and then next 5 papers. So year, model, result, inference, and then validation accuracy of my proposed model. So what I have done is this is the result of previous papers, and then I have inferred what I have understood from the paper, and I have presented my result. So I'm just basically telling the editor of the journal that my work is better than the recent works that are proposed. So that's it. So you can just like try using this method so that your paper will get into the thing easily. So for these, if you're not like creating content using ChatGPT, we have what you have to write here. So we have the description or the explanation of what has to be in the paper. So using this, go to Google Scholar, search things, and then you can, find out like you can just copy paste or you can write by your own or do whatever. So you can do like that. And then now what I'm going to do is, so methodology must have a flow chart, right? So we are going to create a flow chart using overleaf. So just note down the name overleaf. So it's a latex editor. Can sign up. So create a new project, blank project. I'll name it economics, and I've created. Okay. So now I'm going to chat GPT. So I'm going to, you can also note this prompt down. Create a flow chart of methodology using latex code. Just note down this prompt. Can use this prompt. So ChatGPT is giving me a whole code. I'm just going to copy this code. I'm going to overleaf and I'm going to just paste and then click recompile. Here I have a flowchart. Just use snip. Snip this. So I'm just going to paste it here. So I have a good looking flowchart here. You can create your own flowcharts. Like use the same prompt, create your own flowchart. So instead of literature review, you want something or you want a more complex looking flowchart, you can still create it using ChatGPT. So yeah, that's this. So do you have any other doubts in, so you follow the same fashion and complete the whole paper, that's it. So like ChatGPT has given you some hints. Just go hit it and then go to Google Scholar, get some content, write your own content too. Go to paraphraser, paraphrase it, and then put it here. So you just check once, and if you have AI generated content in between paragraph, just add 2 or 3 words, and that would do. Do not paste the content generated by ChatGPT directly into paraphraser.io and directly to your research article. It is going to give you 100% AI generated content uh, message once you give it to Turnitin, because you have to paraphrase it again with some of your own words, like how we did here. You have to do this to overcome the AI generative content message. So Canva and SmartDraw, I don't think so. Like we can see that now because it's already time. It's I hope so. Most of you have come across Canva and SmartDraw. It's just the same thing. Like you must have seen it before. So I'm skipping it for now. So we have seen SmartDraw. We haven't seen like we have seen Overleaf, SmartDraw, and Canva. Do check it out. And then yeah, here comes the very important part. So concerns that require mindful use. So like let's say what bias in AI refers to a systematic like favoritism or prejudice in the results. So see, so when ChatGPT was just it just came up, there was this message like if you give 2 plus 2, it is going to give you 4. So and if you just tell ChatGPT that 2 plus 2 is not 5, 4, it's 5, it is going to agree to it. So if you insist on it for 5 or 6 times, it is going to accept it. See, ChatGPT is just like a baby. So if a child is born and basically its mom teaches the child what is an apple and what is an orange. What if the mom teaches an orange as an apple and an apple as an orange? So the child will obviously it doesn't know anything. It was just born and it's 1 year or so. So it blindly believes its mom and it says an apple as an orange and an orange as an apple. So ChatGPT is just like a child. It basically tells whatever you believe. So you should a mindful use is required. So you should know what you want and you should know what you are going to give and you should know what it's giving back. You should basically understand what it's giving back, or like if you just copy paste it, you're definitely going to get screwed up. That's there. And missing or incomplete information, yes, ChatGPT doesn't give you complete information. As we have discussed previously, the training had ended by 2021. So even though you create content from ChatGPT, you should look at Google Scholar, read some papers and fill those information also. And plagiarism here in the US, we have writing centers and librarians to help us overcome plagiarism. Like they help you write plagiarism free thing. But back in India, yes, again, we don't have that option. And one more thing is like you can't cite chat gpt content also. So there is no particular format or particular guidelines from the journals side as on how to cite uh, chat gpt generated content. So in future that might come up as well. So as of now we don't have anything, so you should be very mindful of plagiarism. So even if you follow all these steps, I urge and I request you to generate a Turnitin plagiarism report, have a very good look at it. Again, rework if the plagiarism or AI generated content is high, and then proceed submitting it into journals and if you are submitting book chapters or whatsoever. So you should do that. And we had come to the end of the session. I'm open to questions. You can ask me any questions if you have.
Was a very nice session, sir. But I think we need more time for this also.
I can take 5 6 hour session, but yeah, like evening for you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
We can have sessions like this frequently. Like I can host a session along with Intel for the faculty. So like I can give faculties innovator positions if they take an exam or such. We can discuss all these. We can do it if people are
sir,
interested.
if future possible, we will organize more session.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes. See, you
Within
have
them.
to inform me beforehand so that I can get permission from Intel. And so we have some Intel Developer Cloud, a platform, so which is not free. So if I'm going to conduct a session, I should get coupons for all the participants. So I should inform Intel beforehand to get the money, and I have to pay for the coupons and everything goes on. So yeah.
So probably how much it will cost so that my participants can know, so that they will.
So like a coupon cost $100. You can use it for a month.
That's right. Okay.
You can convert it into INR and
Ah, yes, yes, correct.
so I have some questions coming up. How can I contact you? Yeah, sir, is it okay like if I give my mail ID here?
Yes, 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 sure.
Okay, for making a
Even
flow
I
chart.
can also share your mail ID in the group.
Yes, sir, you can share my mail ID in the group.
Mhm.
So
You write here also. I will
yeah,
share
yeah.
in the WhatsApp group.
So yeah, so I have given the flow chart thing in the chat box. Paste it in paste it in overleaf. Sorry.
Sir, I will share this recording to everyone. Don't worry, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Hmm.
Mail ID is okay, sir.
Okay, Razia ma'am. Just 1 minute, 1 minute. Yes, please.
Thank you, Akshay sir. The session was not only informative but was incredibly inspiring, sir. And I'm sure
Thank you.
all the participants will use this knowledge that is being shared in this last 2 hours in the future research and future articles, sir. Because I could see
Thank
that
you.
what respondents are sharing their experience on that. And sir, once again, we wanted to extend our heartfelt